All right, welcome back to Stock Tricks with Nick for this week's Midweek Movers updated watch list video. Today I'll be covering 12 stocks that have breakout potential in the second half of this week, June 22nd, 2021. Taking a look at the market, we had the QQQs break into all-time highs today. Great sign. We're seeing more money rotate into growth stocks away from kind of the reopening plays that the Dow Jones had. That bounced earlier this week, but it's still under the 50-day moving average and still acting weak compared to the S&P and the NASDAQ. S&P did rally back over the 50-day moving average, so that is good to see for the overall market. Like I said, we'll be covering 12 stocks with breakout potential. We'll go over their charts, setups, buy points, and take a look at the industry and sectors that they are in. We want to align as much probability to a trade before we take it, so we want the strongest stocks in the strongest industries in the strongest sectors. And that's something that we haven't been looking at before in these videos, so let me know in the comment section if you like me breaking that down even further. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Helps YouTube push it out to more traders. Subscribe to my channel. I make this watch list video in the middle of the week, another breakout watch list video at the start on Sunday morning, and then do a trading recap. What did I do well? What mistakes did I make so you don't make those same mistakes? I'm 100% transparent on my channel. I want to go over my mistakes, so one, I learn them, and two, you guys can learn them without having to lose the money that I lost. So those videos come out Saturday morning. So subscribe to the channel for those. Follow me on StockTwits, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Stock Trick Nick on Twitter. Stock Tricks with Nick on everything else. If you're coming here for a specific setup, timestamps for each of the setups are going to be in the comment section below. Quick disclaimer, anything that I talk about is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence before trading. Trading comes with financial risk. Quick look at my current holdings. I'm 54% net long invested, 14 stocks, all 5% or less of my portfolio. Trying to get some traction, move stops up to my entry points before I take new positions. Midweek Movers watch list. Here are the 12 stocks that we'll be covering. Not going to spend too much time on the page because we are going to be breaking down their charts and all of that good stuff. So let's first jump to FinViz. This is a free website. You might notice some ads pop up here. You can pay for an elite version right here. I don't have that yet. I'm thinking about getting it, but here we can go to groups and see sector and industry, so we can break down and look at the charts of how every stock in a certain sector or industry is working. So first we have, we're going to go over Snapchat first. That's a communication services sector. You can see that's nearly at all-time highs, trending above the 50-day moving average, acting strong. We drill down to the industry, which is smaller than the sector. That's internet content and information. Really strong move. It looked like it was rolling over under the 50-day moving average, rallied back above, and now we're trending nice and strong there. So Snapchat, strong industry, strong sector. Let's go to the chart now. Snapchat. So this is one that did stop me out on Monday. Had this nice move into February, pulled back like all the other growth stocks, but did not pull back near as much, only down 35%. A lot of growth stocks were down 40, 50, 60, even a couple at around 70%. So to only be down 35% from the highs, good relative strength shown by Snapchat. Kind of a VCP action here, pull back a 34% volatility contraction pattern, VCP. 34%, the first pullback, second pullback 22%, and then it gets kind of tight through here. I bought for the first time through here, got out, and then stopped me out. Since then, it has bounced above that 20-day moving average and is tightened up again. What I would be looking for is break over Friday's high of 64.63. So right through here, it almost did, let's see, 64.59 today. So almost broke into that high. So break over Friday's high would be my possible buy point for Snapchat. All right, next we have OZON, and that's going to be consumer cyclical. So let me go back here. Consumer cyclical sector. You can see this is right at kind of a breaking point. Is this going to move higher or is it going to roll over? So we're only buying stocks as they break into new highs or break over pivot points. We're not randomly buying pullbacks, because if we buy the pullback and then the industry starts selling off, we're more than likely going to get stopped out regardless of how strong our stock is. So only buying as it's coming out. Taking a look at the industry here, that's going to be internet content and information, internet retail right through here. And this was under the 50-day, was kind of looking ugly here, and then since May really rallied back over the 50-day, and now we're trending higher here. So not as strong as Snapchat's industry, but still good enough. Let me get there. All right, and then jumping back to the chart now, OZON. Almost took this trade today. This was on the breakout watch list that I put out on Sunday morning as well. You could see here, similar kind of action, 27% high to low, 25% high to low, and then everything gets nice and tight through here. You have the 50-day moving average that we did break over and closed high today at. The VWAP is somewhere right around that price too. I don't have it on this E-Trade chart, but it's right around here. So a break over 58.92 is going to be my buy point, just like I covered on the breakout watch list. So nothing has changed. 2 sideways days on less volume. That tightens up the chart, helps it out even more. So that's OZON. Let's go back to FinViz. Next we have SUP, which is also consumer cyclical, so right at that line, right at that 50-day moving average. But it is auto parts for industry. And you can see here it's under the 50-day moving average. And you're saying, Nick, you just said that we have to buy the strongest stocks in the strongest industries. And that is true. Would definitely want to focus on that. But this chart is strong enough and in such a quality chart that I wanted to bring it up today. Definitely a lower probability trade because the industry is not as strong, but still checks a lot of boxes for my setups. This is a high tight flag, up 106% in 8 weeks or less, and then we pulled back within 25% of the high, 15% right here. Not bad. We did have the shakeout day on Friday, rallied up, and then another lower high, lower low today on less volume, you see. So with this, we have a downward diagonal entry point and just a flat top with a break over today's high. You can see how those two prices are exactly the same. So people that are buying the downward diagonal breakout are buying at that spot, and then people buying over a flat top breakout point would also be buying there too. So two supplies of buyers right around that same price. So a break over 880 is a possible buy point for SUP. Not the strongest industry, not the strongest sector, but a really strong chart that we want to keep an eye on. All right, so we can cancel that now. Next, we go on to energy. In energy, I have OII, PTEN, VTNR. So let's scroll down to energy. Energy, you can see nice, strong uptrend. Dipped under the 50-day before late in April. Since then has been rallying, sold off, but has bounced and is looking strong again. So that's energy. OII, we're going to start with, is oil and gas equipment and services. So you can see above the 50-day moving average, did have this pullback, has bounced, and a little pullback here. Let's see if this could be rolling over, which, again, not ideal, but just a quick check back, and we're still above the moving average, so not too worried about that. All right, let's take a look at the chart, OII. We had this, I had this on a previous watch list. We had this double breakout through here, up 93%, pulled back 16%, so qualifies for that high tight flag setup. We had this like cup handle breakout, and then we've pulled back, had this nice undercut of all the lows. So all the lows in the pullback on Friday. It looked like it was rolling over on Monday, where we had lower highs, lower lows, or that was Friday, sorry. And then on Monday, we had higher highs, higher lows, back above the 8-day moving average, closed right at the high. And then today on Tuesday, we had an inside candle, really setting up the chart. So a break over Monday's high, 1696, would be a possible buy point for OII. And then PTEN, also energy. So we already checked that out for the sector. For the industry, we have oil and drilling. This is creating a nice cup and handle. So if this industry is setting up to break out and we can find a stock in the industry setting up to break out, we can add probability that the trade will work out. So let's take, let's go back there. PTEN we have. So similar cup and handle that we saw in the industry. Nice move out, 84% from the lows here. Pulled back to the 20-day moving average. Inside candle on Friday, and then we had higher highs, higher lows on Monday, and then an inside candle on Tuesday. So with this, a possible buy point would be a break over Monday's high, 1044. That would be a little bit aggressive of an entry, but one that I would want to get so you can put your stop loss below the previous today's low, and that's only 4%. Lower risk on the trade. If you wait to break into all-time highs, then I don't know where you put your stop if it's not an arbitrary 5%. So aggressive with the entry so we could be aggressive with our risk management. That was PTEN. Next we have VTNR, also energy. This is oil, gas, and refining. Oil, gas, refining, and marketing. Again, pulled back, has bounced back up above the 50-day moving average, acting strong. This one is, I was hesitant to put this on because it is so orderly on the way down. It seems like it might be a trap. So I'm not going to take, if I take this trade, it's going to be with smaller position size and I'm going to be quicker to take profit. But I mean, this exploded higher, up 780% with tons of volume. And then the volume during the pullback has been so minimal in comparison. Just got to the 20-day moving average a day, had a nice undercut, rallied to close right on the moving average, and has a 15%, 17% move to the middle part of the volume shelf where there is some resistance, overhead resistance. So if I do take this trade, it'll be a break over today's high of 744, and I'll look to sell relatively quickly. 10 to 15%, I'll at least take half of the position off into a move like that and then move my stop to entry. Because again, this looks too orderly of a setup of a flag. Everyone's seeing the flag that I'm seeing here. That makes me a little bit too concerned. Like it's too perfect. So we'll see about that. Again, if I do take the trade, it's going to be quick taking into profit, quick moving stop to loss, and not as large of a position size. VTNR. All right, let's go back to the sectors because now we move on to healthcare. We have 4 different stocks: ALGN, ATNF, BCRX, and CDNA. You can see healthcare, kind of a cup handle and broke out, and now we're just kind of trending higher here. Nice and strong sector. For ALGN, it's medical devices here. So you can see just got over the 50-day moving average. Looks like it's starting to trend higher. Not in any dangerous territory. Not the strongest industry, but not doing anything wrong either. ALGN. This was on the breakout watch list from Sunday. I think it might have been on the breakout watch list last week too. Really nice VCP setup. We have a 22% pullback high to low, 17% pullback high to low, 7, 4. So each pullback getting tighter and tighter, less people getting out on each pullback. And right through here, we have a nice pivot point. Again, when we talk obvious setups, this is one that comes to mind. Maybe it's too obvious, but break over 617.11. That's going to be my possible buy point. That's the high from Friday through here. You can see ATR, average true range coming in, volatilities nice and tight, 50-day and 20-day moving average, both there. Let's see. So you could put a 5% stop loss and be below all of the lows in this last 2 weeks or so, and the 50-day and the 20-day moving average. Good risk reward on the trade. ALGN, as medical devices. Next, we have 2 biotechs, ATNF and BCRX. So biotech really sold off here and then started rallying, quick pullback, but we're above the 50-day moving average. Not the prettiest chart here, but biotech's starting to work again, coming off the lows in middle part of May. Let's jump to the charts. ATNF. This is one that I did take a trade on today. I put about a quarter size position on it. This is one where it has these towering volume days on up days, and then when the stock pulls back, very light volume in any of the pullbacks. So that's one thing that I really look for. Less people getting out than we're getting in, and we have a nice cup and handle through here. I bought with a break over the previous day's high, Monday's high, 1033 today. Only a quarter size position because my main target is breaking over this 4-day pivot through here. The high there would be 1062, the high from June 17th. If we break over that high, we're also a little bit higher in this volume shelf, so less resistance up top here and an easier move higher. So that's ATNF, biotech, another biotech, BCRX. I believe this qualifies for a high type flag. Let me measure. Yeah, 93% up, pulled back to the 20-day moving average, 13% back. Had a higher high, higher low today, but a red candle on very little volume, sitting on the 8-day exponential moving average. Ideally, this trade sideways for Wednesday and Thursday, and then we could take a trade Friday where ATR comes in a little bit more. It's still kind of wild. If the 20-day moving average can meet the 8-day as they're both turning up, our probability increases on the trade. But a break over today's high, 1686, would be a possible buy point for BCRX. All right, next we go to CDNA. It's another healthcare, so we already covered that. It's diagnostics and research. Look at this one. This one's really strong, almost new highs, maybe new highs in here, but above the 50-day moving average, really strong industry. So CDNA, this is another one that I already own. Have a half size position on this one. Has this nice cup, starting to put in a handle here. Did this quick check back with very little volume to the 8-day exponential moving average. Looked like it was going to get going, traded sideways, and then I entered on Monday when we shook under the lows of Thursday and Friday, and then rallied back above Friday's high. 92.49 was my entry point. Since then, we just had a inside day today that bounced right at the 8-day exponential moving average. Not doing anything wrong. Low volume on the inside day too. So you could take a break over 92.90. That would be Monday's high, or wait till Thursday's high, 92.23 as a possible buy point. This is CDNA. Next, we have two more for you. We have HAYW, which is in industrials, which is under the 50-day moving average. That's a strike against it. Not the strongest sector. If we go to the industry, though, is starting to form the right side of this base, bounced right at that 50-day moving average, and is now starting to turn up 100% on the year too. So really strong electric equipment and parts industry. So let's go to the chart here. HAYW. This is one that I was in. I think I bought this pullback. I forget where I bought in here, but it rallied a little bit, took some profit, and then got stopped out for even as it pulled under the 20-day moving average. Since it's done that, it's formed this nice bottom. Had a fake breakout on the 17th, and then traded sideways. I put this trade on today with a smaller position size, quarter position size, maybe 2% of my portfolio. After we opened above the pivot point that I was looking at, we pulled back to the 8-day, bounced at the 8-day, and then rallied back above that buy point. So I put the trade on as it rallied back above. After I put it on, it did squat right on to the 20-day moving average with very, very little volume on the day. Not too concerned about that. We do have a downward diagonal that hits 1, 2, 3, 4 daily highs. So the more highs it hits, the more eyes are on this diagonal. And I would just be looking for a break over today's high, $25, nice round number as a possible buy point for HAYW. And last but not least, we have FOUR, This is tech. Tech has been extremely hot as the QQQs are making a new high. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Tech sector right here. You can see kind of a double bottom and making new all-time highs. Then we go to the industry and it comes in software, infrastructure. That is making all-time highs. I'm a little concerned that it's too high and this industry needs to pull back a little bit just to kind of digest this move from, I don't know, 22% to 36%, a 14% move. So if that happens, I'll likely get stopped out if it rolls out. But let's take a look at the chart. I believe this was on the breakout watch list as well that I put out on Sunday, FOUR. 16% short interest on this name. Had this nice move up, 34% up to right around $100. It's at $98.79 today. I took it with a break over 100, I think on Thursday or Friday of last week. Today we had this nice pullback right to the 20-day, bounced right on the 20-day moving average, shook out some of the lows. Thankfully, didn't hit my stop at $95, and then rallied back above the 8-day moving average, exponential moving average. Did so on little volume as well, so not as concerned about that as long as it didn't hit my stop. And now we're looking for a break over 101.75 as a possible buy point. That was the high on Monday. All right, that is going to be the midweek movers. 12 stocks. We covered the setups, the buy points, the industries, and the sectors. Let me know in the comments below if you liked me going over the industries and the sectors, or if there's a better way you think that I can do that to keep the video rolling. So if you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I make 3 trading videos a week. Follow me on StockTwits, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. And comment any stocks that you think have breakout potential this week that I didn't cover on this video, because I would like to be prepared as well. All right, take care, and I'll see you guys Saturday for the trading recap.